Through the simple act of journaling, you can literally set yourself on a completely different path in your life and reshape your future in a way that really aligns with what you truly want for yourself. Journaling can help you open your eyes to what you truly want from your life, separate from people's expectations or judgments around you. It helps you to understand your triggers, your traumas, your concerns. You can actually change your perception of it. You can change the power that it has over you and the way that it is currently affecting your present. But perhaps the thing that I love the most about journaling is the fact that it propels you to act. There is only so many times that you can write the same thing again and again, the same concerns or the same just sadness, the same anxiety, until you think that's enough. I've had enough. I'm going to do something about this. I'm going to change my mental state. I'm going to change my life around. It's because journaling can really enable your thoughts to confront you in a way that I personally don't think anything else can. I do recommend therapy if you need it. It can really help a lot of people. But the thing that's been the most therapeutic for me personally has been journaling. And it's because it's the place where I am the most unapologetically myself and authentic, and I just let everything out. I think even in human interactions, you are limited. There are certain things that perhaps you won't feel comfortable saying. When I journal, it is a completely 100% safe space. I can write anything that I want because I know no one else is ever going to read it. It is my truest self expressing herself. And that is honestly so empowering. According to psychologists, you are so much more likely to achieve a goal if you write it down because it materializes it. In the same way, I truly believe that the more you journal, the more you confront your thoughts and your experiences, your traumas, the more you're able to change your perceptions of them and have consequently a certain routine that will help you to become mentally and maybe even financially healthier, to be in a place in life that you want to be in. The thing is that not everybody knows how to start journaling and the way in which to do it. I'm actually a writer by profession and I journal all the time. I even journal when it comes to writing a new novel and trying to understand character motivations and character journey. So journaling is it's something that I do a lot of, whether it's for my career or for me personally. And so I do have a lot of tips and tricks, things that could really, really help out. My name is Anamiqbal, and this YouTube channel is a safe space to talk about all things related to productivity, self-improvement, and basically just being on the journey to becoming our best selves and fulfilling our potential. Thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited to have you join me here today. Let's get straight onto it. The first method of journaling I want to talk about is the brain dump method, and this has been so helpful for me. It helps me unleash my creativity. It helps me to let go of certain anxieties or stresses. It enables me to just see the direction of my thoughts, and it also enables me to pick up on repetitive thoughts and if they're negative, to address them accordingly. So in this method, I would recommend doing it first thing in the morning, just waking up if you can a little bit earlier. You don't need excessive amounts of time, maybe even 10-15 minutes to start with, and then you can build up to having a more lengthy period of journaling. If you feel as though, oh, actually I have a lot to express and write and I need that time, then you can fit that into your schedule. But to start with, maybe just go for in between 5 to 10 minutes and just let anything come out. It doesn't even necessarily have to be words. It can even be drawings, it can be images, it can even be like brainstorming, whatever works for you. This is a completely free, open, creative, safe space for you to express yourself. Life is usually so structured and there's so much that we're usually so afraid to express, but in this moment there is no structure, there is no right or wrong way, there is only you letting go of everything. It really is all about self-expression and letting go of all the varying things that weigh us down, whether it's stress, whether it's just worries about wanting to be in a certain place in life and not being there yet. So concerns about the present and the future, whether it's, you know, family problems, problems amongst friends, you know, the things that sometimes you don't feel like you can really express to people in your life even. This is your safe space to let go of all of it and just get it out of your system. Barbara Kingsolver famously said a quote, which is, "All the noise in my brain, I clamp it to the page so it will be still." And that is honestly the experience of journaling. There are so many repetitive thoughts that are constantly zinging around in our brain, and I feel as though they don't really get a break, especially nowadays where we are exposed to so much information, whether it's through social media, through the news, through work emails. It's like from the moment we wake up, we are being bombarded with so much information, and it can be really overwhelming and a lot to process. And a lot of the time we don't process it. It's just floating around in there and it's weighing on us. It is making it difficult to focus. It is leading on to procrastination. It's leading on to building up of anxiety. And the moment you let it all out, you can just feel this sense of release and relief that is just so healthy. Something that I've noticed is that I tend to journal more when I'm feeling low, when I'm having any issues with my career. For instance, if I'm really struggling to write a novel that I'm working on. It kind of happened to me when I was writing my second novel, which I have now submitted to my editor over at Penguin, and it's all good. But throughout the process of drafting that book, there were so many points at which it was like a complete writer's block because there were blanks in the narrative. I didn't know how I was going to get from point A to point B, and I knew certain scenes throughout the novel, and the rest, it was just a whole load of nothing. And so it was really stressful for me. And when I was journaling, I realised that I'm starting to question my craft as a writer. I'm starting to question my technique, whether I'm even worthy of being a writer. There were all these really negative, horrible thoughts that were kicking in, which I think is very natural. When you are struggling with anything in life, you are bound to have negative thoughts. But at that point, I could actually stop myself and reflect on these thoughts that I was journaling and really resolve them through reminding myself that actually I'm a published author, and you know, there are so many people who are actually waiting for book 2, and there are people who really enjoyed it and who told me they love my writing style and the way that I write. Now, if I didn't do that, I would be carrying that baggage, and even unconsciously, it would be affecting my productivity. I would perhaps start procrastinating more or not feeling so motivated and joyful about this second book of mine, which is actually something I'm so passionate about and I love. So because I was able to really nip it in the bud quite early on, that negative train of thought didn't really impact my progress with my second novel. And so this is just another way of me using my personal life as an example to let you know just how beneficial it can be in helping you get where you need to go, whether it's with your social life, with your professional life, or even just, you know, with hobbies. It can really help you just have that boost of confidence to keep going with something you're passionate about. This brings me nicely onto my second point, which is journal to manifest. Now, if you do the brain dumping method or any kind of self-expression in your journaling, you can really pinpoint on all the things that you're passionate about and that you want to achieve. And then it's time to put it all into a structure. So what I do when I'm trying to really manifest certain dreams or certain things that I just really want for myself, I start to journal in a way to manifest them. And at this point, it's almost like affirmations. So if I want to be a more skilled writer, I mean, sometimes I think maybe I need to work on, for instance, writing emotions a little bit better, like writing the intensity of emotions. Oh, that's such a dream of mine, to be able to really capture certain human experiences which I feel as though I've experienced but I haven't really been able to capture in the written word just yet. And so I like to manifest that through saying I am incredible at writing emotions. So I actually will start these affirmations, like writing these affirmations in a way that I have already accomplished it. And that literally makes you think that you have. It will make your brain understand it in a way that, oh, actually, yes, I am that confident as a writer. Yes, I am that talented as a writer. This is the art of affirmations. This is the art of manifestation. You believe it so much that you start behaving in a way that it's already in your hands, like you've already got access to that skill set or that talent. Journaling to manifest is so powerful, and I would highly recommend doing it in the form of positive affirmations. It will banish negative thoughts and self-doubt and fear of failure and fear of judgment, and it will replace all of that with self-belief, with being poised and confident, with just having this sense of confidence in your ability to get you the things that you want. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is goal setting, because the truth is that it doesn't matter how much you write about wanting certain things or trying to manifest certain things, dreams do not work unless you do. And in order to make them work, you absolutely have to have a clear sense of direction. You have to have certain specific measurable goals, and you need to implement them in your routine at an everyday level and work towards them and make it happen. And journaling is an amazing way of doing that. You can literally journal in detail about your goals. And the reason I like to journal about goals is because that's a way of really bringing forth your purpose and the reason. Why do you want to achieve that? What is your purpose? And when you have that clarified, it gives you so much motivation. That is the root of probably why you're even going to achieve it in the first place, because there is a reason, there is a purpose, there is like a calling in a sense. Like for me, that's how it feels to be a writer. It's such a passion of mine. I love to write. It was a dream of mine since I was a little girl, and so it's just, you know, it's there for a reason. So if I ever feel as though I'm filled with negative, you know, perceptions of myself as a writer or my journey, or you know, if there are any setbacks in my career ever, I can really use this aspect of journaling to remind myself, why am I doing this in the first place? Like these small little setbacks here and there throughout my life are not going to hold me back, because this is what I truly want, and I want it because I've always dreamed of doing this, because it's what I'm passionate about. When you have that, it's a whole new way of looking at your goals. It's not really, oh, I want to have X amount of money in the bank. It's like, I want to have this money so I can nourish my mind, body, and soul. So I'm not overworking, so my family is fed, so I can help my community. When you have that, the motivation, the focus, the discipline is crazy. It's like next level. So you can really get that through journaling, through expressing yourself on paper and just figuring out all the reasons why. Really ask yourself the why behind everything. And this method of journaling also helps you to hold yourself accountable. So if you said that by the end of this year you really wanted to become a content creator through posting on Instagram, and the reasons are financial freedom, creativity, self-expression, and so on and so forth, and yet you are barely posting. You're posting like once every 3 weeks. This way you can hold yourself accountable and you can remind yourself of the purpose. Like, I wanted to achieve this for this reason, and it will keep you going. It will allow you to really tap into your creativity, figure out ways to embed that time within your routine of, okay, I need to shoot content, I need to edit it, I need to upload it, and really just basically getting on with it and doing the damn work, getting the damn thing done. The way that you perceive your past, present, and future can change. Like after one journaling session, you can have goals in mind and you can literally implement them into your timetable or your schedule. You can suddenly feel so different about certain traumas or certain things that were really just a big burden on your mind. You can reframe your way of thinking about them and let go of them and feel loads lighter. And this is actually scientifically proven. If there is a traumatic event, the more somebody journals about it and writes about it, they are suddenly able to take a step back and look at it and reflect on it in an objective way, which means it no longer has such a hold on them emotionally, such a power over them. So honestly, journaling is a way to take your power back, to tap into who you are at the core, and to figure out all the ways, all the various methods that you are going to adopt in your life at an everyday level in order to make it happen and get to your dream life that you're constantly dreaming and fantasizing about anyway. So might as well get on with it, do a bit of work, do some journaling, get into the nitty-gritty of how you're going to make it happen and make it happen. Thank you so much for watching. I absolutely love the community that I'm building over here on YouTube. I appreciate every single one of you so much, and I'm so happy that we're going on this journey of self-improvement together. I'm so excited to see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.